Okay, now, where were we? Fuel line. We got everything hooked up. I do need to put the air breather tube back onto the air box. But all the choke and the throttles and the boots are tightened up. Everything's in here on the Magna. Good to go. I already showed you this fuel line. I was questioning whether that's getting crimped off or not. It's probably okay, but while we're here, it's pretty hard fuel line, and I don't think it would hurt to replace it. This little one, gonna replace that, and then there's the junction that we can reuse, and then this tube that comes from the fuel pump, when I flexed it, it cracked. And I noticed that it cracked, and I'm glad I did, or I'd have a fuel leak right there. So shout out to Aaron over at Siegfried's Motorworks. He hooked me up with some fuel lines, some clear fuel lines, so we can see that gas is actually pumping through. And it'll be pretty obvious because it comes right down the side here. So I need to plumb this into our line right here. And then it'll split here, and it'll go to this side of the carb and the other side of the carb. So that's what I'm going to start doing right now, cutting tube to length and figure out where I want it to run. She is all back together. Oh, I have to put this side cover back on, but that really doesn't do anything. All the new fuel lines are in. Like I said, check out Siegfried Motorworks channel on YouTube. They supplied me with fuel line, and we're gonna hope, I'm sure the fuel line will do what it needs to do, but we're gonna hope that I adjusted the carburetors correctly. Did not do a sync on the bike yet, but just bench synced. And we're gonna hope that it doesn't leak, because when I put the O-rings on the crossover tubes, I didn't lube them up when I put them in, and that was a mistake because I kind of jammed them in. So let's hope nothing's leaking, because then we're starting all over. I know I said that before, but that is the fear here. But I can't start this tonight because it's super loud without a muffler, and I don't want to be rude to my neighbors. So we're going to have to wait till the next video to see how she runs and how she starts and all that good stuff. It did work on the clutch, so hopefully I have clutch power. Other than that, leaky fork seals, I might just try to clean them up. They might just need a little bit of cleaning, and I'm gonna let the turn signals are working. I think they obviously need replaced, but I do have a secondary turn signal up there that works fine. But yeah, try and get her running first. Then we'll worry about the aesthetics. We do have turn signals back here, but they are kind of droopy. They still work. Might have to tape them up or replace them. Do it right. And then we'll worry about some maintenance stuff, because probably need to, well, do need to drain the fluid on the rear differential on the shaft drive. And I don't know that I ever did an oil change on this bike, so she probably needs that too. But we were changing all the fuel lines, and this was the vent tube that was in the bike, and it was routed a little funny, and it was completely kinked. So if I didn't show you that yet, there's that. And I don't think that vent line was doing what it's meant to do. And I put on a new one, and I'm not too sure. It's making this turn, and it's kind of kinking, so I might have to replace that too with something a little heavier, which I can probably just use the line that I got from the boys at Siegfried Motorworks. So that'll work out good. I still have a little bit left, and it's kind of a weird way to route this hose, but I don't see any way to do it otherwise, and it's not touching any hot parts, so that's good. Kind of sticks out here, but what are you gonna do? I mean, where else is it gonna go? Don't want to get it in the way of my carburetor parts and the choke. So that's what it is. So tune into the next video. She should be running, and I hope I'm not showing you leaks, like the coolant leak on the other side. If that's still leaking, I'm going to seal it up with some gasket maker and be done with it. If this leaks, I'm screwed. I'm going to have to take this all apart again and replace the O-rings, because hopefully they're not crushed in there, because I don't know. Hopefully I didn't jam them in there. So this is the bike for now. Guys, I need to share this with you real quick. I just turned the key on, which ran the fuel pump, and filled the fuel lines with gasoline. Now where did my I just had my flashlight. Here we go. So look, gasoline filled there, down to my T. We're not leaking there. Now here's the kicker. We're not leaking there at this moment. She was pouring out of there. So okay, I'm gonna let this sit overnight, obviously, because I'm not starting it, with gas in the lines. It was fun watching the gas come through the lines. I should have taken video of that, but I did not. I guess I should check the other side while we're at it. I don't know if I can take you around here with me very easily. Because I did replace this guy too. Fuel's in the line. There's a little bit of air there in the top of the line there. You can see that bubble. But I don't see any fuel leaks. So I'm going to cross my fingers and hold my breath until the morning when I can go fire this guy up. Maybe we'll take her down to Cars and Coffee if she's running good enough. Maybe we won't, but okay, guys, I think we're good. Having fuel in the float bowls, having fuel in the lines overnight should definitely, we should definitely see some leaks by morning if they're there. So I just wanted to show you that real quick because I think we're okay. I should probably lower the fuel tank. I don't even know. That's where those screws belong. I've had these screws out for so long. I found them multiple times thinking, where do these go? Well, that's where they go. In the tank. You guys want to see this bike with a tank and a seat? Boy, that would be exciting. Alright, so I just had to show you that. And we're not running fuel. I'm really happy. Can you tell? I'm excited. All right, subscribe for the next video. I will see you then. Bye.